We're in the Dutchmen Kodiak today. At the driver's area, you can see we've got an automatic transmission, tilt wheel. This has power mirrors, power windows, and power door locks. It also has an overdrive override switch. If you push it to the down position, it locks the transmission out of overdrive. This is especially helpful if you're going down steep hills. Additionally, there's an exhaust brake. It's already in the down position. We recommend leaving the exhaust brake in the down, which is the on position, at all times during driving. This way, whenever you let off of the throttle, the exhaust brake will automatically engage and cause the engine to help decelerate the RV. This saves your brakes going down steep grades. Here at the dashboard, you can see we've got an AM/FM CD player. The controls for the dashboard HVAC. This controls the air conditioning and the heat while the engine's running. For the rest of the RV, you'll need to use the thermostat to control the air conditioner and the furnace behind the driver and passenger seats. Here in the middle, we've got a pressure gauge for the rear axle airbags. We typically run this between 50 and 80 psi for a comfortable ride. We can run it as high as 90 to stabilize the coach in high winds. To increase or decrease pressure on the airbags, you can push up on this knob or let air out. Same thing for the right side. Down here we've got fog lights, heated mirrors, and a pyrometer. The pyrometer measures the exhaust gas temperatures coming out of the diesel engine. It alarms if temperatures get too high. To reduce temperatures, you can let off the gas pedal. That will reduce your temperatures and the alarm will stop. The benefit of having this gauge is it increases longevity of the diesel engine, and by keeping your temperatures low, you'll increase your fuel mileage. Above the dashboard is a rear view camera. When you shift to reverse, this camera will come on automatically. While driving, you can push the power button. The camera will come on and stay on the entire time that you're driving. Next to the driver's seat, we've got a hydraulic leveling system. After you've parked the RV, you can use this system to level it out. First, set the parking brake and shut the engine off. Then you can press the power button on this panel, and the panel will light up. Below the power button is the auto level button. Press that, and the jacks will automatically deploy and level the RV out. Before driving away, you want to make sure that you press the all retract button to pull the jacks up fully before driving. Above the cab is a retractable bunk bed. To extend the bed, just grab the handles at the face of the bed and pull the bed straight out. The TV, DVD player, and satellite system all require that you either have the inverter on, have the RV plugged into shore power, or run the generator. To set up DirecTV, you first need to have the RV stationary in a parked position. Make sure that you have an unobstructed view to the southern sky. If there's a tree in the way, it will not be able to pick up the satellite signal. Next, you'll need to turn on the satellite receiver and your television. Then open this cabinet to the right of the TV and turn the satellite dish on that's mounted on the roof. Just push that green switch. You'll hear the satellite on the roof making noise as it tries to find the satellite in the sky. We stow the remotes in these pockets right here on the inside of this cabinet door. After you have a satellite signal established and you can watch TV and change channels, then you can drive the coach and the system will automatically track the satellite while the RV is in motion. The The sofa sleeper converts to a bed as well. To do so, remove the back cushions and set them aside. Next, you can use this handle at the center front of the couch to unfold the couch, and that will form a bed, large enough to sleep up to 2 persons. This dinette converts to a bed. First, you'll need to remove the cushions from both booths and just set them aside for now. Below the table is a release. You can swing the release to the left and then push straight down on the table. It will land between the booths to make a platform. Next, you can take the booth cushions, put them over the top of the table, and put the backs on either side flat. That will form a sleeping area large enough for up to 2 persons. Above the entry door steps is a battery disconnect button. This is currently in the on position as indicated by the green indicator lamp. You want to leave these batteries connected during the entire time you have the RV. The only reason to use this disconnection switch is for long-term storage. We also have a patio shade awning switch. It says in or out. You can extend or retract the patio shade awning using this switch. You first have to make sure that the RV is parked and stationary. You can deploy the awning by pressing and holding the out button. The awning will extend. To retract it, hold down the in button. Make sure that you retract the awning before driving the RV and in high wind conditions. There's also a power inverter. The power inverter is currently on and reading that the batteries are at 13 volts. This power inverter will provide outlet power to the front and rear televisions at all times. We ask that you use a cutting board if you're going to cut meats or produce in the kitchen. The microwave operates off of generator or shore power, and we've got a 3-burner cooktop. To light the burners on the cooktop, select the burner you'd like to operate and turn the knob to high light. Use the spark igniter to ignite the burner. To light the oven, you'll need to turn the oven knob to pilot. It says push and hold, so you'll push and hold this firmly while you hold a candle lighter to the pilot light that's underneath the bottom shelf. Hold a flame right back here on the pilot light. When the pilot light ignites, you can set the temperature on the oven, and then the main burner will light. The refrigerator and freezer have travel latches on them. To open the doors, pull on the handle to release the latch. When you close these doors, you want to make sure that you hear the latch click. This will keep food from coming out when you're driving. To turn the fridge on, press this on-off button. When the fridge comes on, it will automatically select AC power from shore or from the generator, or LP gas if you're not hooked up to shore power or running the generator. The fridge will automatically cool unless you see a fault code on the screen of the refrigerator. If this occurs, it means that either the batteries or propane are low. You'll need to charge your batteries and or refuel your propane, and the fridge will relight itself. At the back of the kitchen is our main control panel. On this top panel, we've got a levels test function. If I push this button, it'll show our battery condition, how much propane we have, how much fresh water we have, our black water, and our gray water tanks. It's not uncommon for gray water and black water tanks to report something other than empty even if you've just emptied them. This is common because the sensors inside the tanks may still be wet if you've just emptied the tanks. We can also turn our water pump on here, and that will provide pressurized water to every outlet until the onboard water supply is expensed. If you have the RV hooked up to a hose, you don't need to use your water pump. Right down here We also have a generator hour meter, and we can use this switch right down here. It says generator start and stop to start and stop the generator. This RV has a diesel generator. It runs off of the diesel that's in the main fuel tank. It only starts and runs if you have more than a quarter tank of fuel remaining. I'm going to press and hold the start button. You can see the lamp is flashing while it warms the glow plugs and primes the fuel pump. The generator will crank and run. Once it's running, that lamp will stay solid. You can shut the generator off by pushing this switch down to the stop position. To extend or retract the front slide-out rooms, the RV has to be parked with the engine off. Set the parking brake, and then you can extend or retract the left or right slide-out rooms. The rooms will not operate if you have the ignition key in the on position or the run position. You also have an on-demand propane-powered water heater on this coach. To turn the water heater on, turn this switch up to the on position, and then when you open a faucet in the hot position, it'll take about 5 to 15 seconds for hot water to come out. Next we have the thermostat. This thermostat controls the air conditioner and the furnace for the whole RV. To run the air conditioner, push this switch to the cool position. The air conditioner requires a minimum of 30 amp shore power, or you can run your generator to support the air conditioner. The generator can be run while the vehicle is in motion. To run the furnace, take this switch and select gas heat. The furnace operates off of batteries and propane. If either are low, your furnace will blow cold air continuously until the batteries are completely dead. To have heat all night, you want to make sure that you've charged your batteries fully before going to bed. In the bathroom, we've got our sink and a regular RV step flush toilet. You'll want to be conservative with your toilet paper usage in an RV toilet. We recommend using RV or septic safe toilet paper to prevent clogging. In the king-size bedroom of this RV, we've got a rear slide-out. To operate the rear slide-out, we have a switch on this wall that says extend or retract. First, make sure the RV is parked with the engine off and the parking brake is set. The slide-out will not work if the ignition key is in the run or on position. Next, you can press and hold extend or retract to move the slide-out in or out. This RV is equipped with automatic electric entry steps. When you park the RV and open the main entry door, the steps will extend, and they'll stay extended until you close the entry door and start the engine. This way you can't drive away with the steps extended. The propane tank is located in the compartment just behind the rear axle, on the passenger side. When you pick up the RV, the propane tank will be full. There's a gauge on the tank itself. You can see the yellow fill cap and the main valve. When you have the tank refueled, most places close this valve. You'll need to reopen the main valve to restore operation to your propane-powered appliances. On the driver's side of the RV, we can hook up our fresh water hose. In this compartment is our fresh water inlet. Connect the included fresh water hose to the inlet right here. Hook the other end of the hose to a freshwater outlet and turn the water on. Open this valve, and then you'll use this diverter valve to select where you'd like the water to go. Right now this diverter valve is pointed towards freshwater tank. So with the valve in that position, the hose will fill the freshwater tank that's on board the RV. When the tank is full, it will exhaust fresh water to the ground in the overflow vents of the tank. If you're at an RV park, you can hook up your hose and then push this diverter valve to the local supply position. It will not fill the fresh water tank, but it will provide you with unlimited pressurized water to all of the outlets inside of the RV. In this compartment we've got our shore power cord. This is a 50 amp power cord. It's already plugged into the RV, and the other end I've got extended out here. It's a 50 amp cord. The 50 amp cord allows you to run your air conditioners and all of your other appliances. We've got a 50 amp to 30 amp adapter, and that'll be included. You can plug the RV into a 30 amp outlet. That will also support an air conditioner. And then we've got a 30 amp to 20 amp adapter to plug into a regular household outlet or extension cord. 20 amps will charge your batteries, provide electrical power to your outlets and televisions, but it will not allow you to run your air conditioner. You need 30 amps minimum to run an air conditioner. Next, I'll show you how to empty the black and gray wastewater holding tanks. We already have a sewer hose connected to the outlet on this RV. This is a 10-foot hose with a threaded park elbow at the end. If you need to extend the hose longer, there's an additional 10-foot section stowed in the bottom of this compartment. After you've put the threaded park elbow into the waste receptacle at the dump facility or RV park, you're ready to empty your tanks. We have a black water valve right here. Your black water is your toilet water. You can open this valve by pulling straight out on the valve. Leave the valve open until the wastewater has emptied. Once that's complete, you can close your valve and then do your gray water valve. Just pull out on this valve and that will empty your soapy sink and shower water. You want to do your gray water second because it rinses the hose out, makes it a lot nicer to put away. What you don't want to do at an RV park is leave your valves open. If your valves are open, you run the risk of clogging your tanks accidentally or experiencing sewer odors while connected to the sewer system. So keep your valves closed until you're ready to empty your tanks. At the front left compartment, underneath the front slide out, is the generator. This diesel generator runs off of the fuel in the main fuel tank. It only starts and runs if you have more than a quarter tank remaining. There's also a circuit breaker on this generator. These two circuit breakers are pointed forward towards the driver, indicating that they're on. If you overload the electrical system, one or more of the breakers will trip and the generator will continue to run, but you won't have electricity inside the RV. You'll have to reset the circuit breakers manually.